Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joey G. That's right, Joey G. What's going on? Here to give you a little midweek report. Not a real big thing, just starting out, doing this little new thing I'm doing. You know, was on the radio today, 97.5, The Fanatic here in Philadelphia. Thanks for the shout out, Mike Missinelli. This is Joey G, the future creative of the WWE. I just want to say this real quick and talk about, I'm going to go from day to day. I'm going to be doing, shows about certain wrestlers, and today my topic is Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the triple cock, the big nose cock from Greenwich, Connecticut, who I used to love, who used to be one of my favorites when he was with DX. But then when I found out how he really is, made me start to really dislike the man. Okay? And I'm going to tell you what was he when he was in WCW? Okay, what was he? He was a nobody. He was Gene Paul Leskeeve, who used to walk around like this, and walk around like this, and this, and do this, and, do all that fag gay shit. I mean, he looked like the Tooth Fairy back then, worse than the Rock, or worse than the Cock. That's what I call him nowadays. But then he walked in the door. Vince saw him at Starrcade 94. He wrestled Alex Wright, the fag dancer from Germany that used to be on, the corny signings and storylines WCW used to have. Cracked me to freak up. But, it was just, Vince saw him, liked him, and it wasn't just Vince who saw him and liked him. Scott Hall saw him and liked him. HBK saw him and liked him. And the question I got to ask all you fans, and I want you to leave me comments. As a businessman, I love what Paul Leskeeve is doing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You see my eye going over there? I'm looking at the red button. I'm new at this, doing it by myself. So, Joey G Maniacs, Joey G fans, whatever you want to call yourselves, just bear with me because the show's going to get bigger and bigger. And I'm going to the moon, baby. I'm going to be the talk of the wrestling world. I'm going to be the head of the creative. The people, the young kids watching now, in 10 years, you're still going to be watching it because of guys like me and whoever's on the creative team, because I'm going to make it real again, not this PG shit with John Cena coming out every week and saluting and doing this and that. It's done. Brock Lesnar broke that the other night. But I'm getting off what I'm talking about. I don't like these videos to go long on my midweek shows. This is about Triple H. So then Triple H comes in, he's with the Clique. He meets Scott Hall. They say he's money. They were watching him in the back, the Clique. HBK, Scott Hall, Kev, who else? Scott Hall, Kid, and Justin Incredible. They're all watching him. He comes back to the curtain. Scott Hall's messing around. You know how Scott is. My favorite wrestler of all time. Scott Hall, HBK, and Arn Anderson, my three favorite of all time. And, oh, yeah, the Macho Man. I can't forget about him. And Mr. Perfect, because I think I'm Mr. Perfect. But, no, I really, Kurt Hennig's my man. And he did used to love to snip them mountains of blow. But it killed him, So, don't do drugs. What do you call it? But, yeah, it just was, he fell into, you got to remember, at that time, Diesel, Kevin Nash, was the world champion. HBK was the Intercontinental champion. Or Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, was the Intercontinental champion, too. And the Kid was known because he was known as the 1-2-3 Kid. He beat Razor Ramon on one of the first Raws ever in January 1993. I know my wrestling. I'm an encyclopedia. Nobody, from Sean's View to Alan Riff to any of those jokers on the internet, can't get with me. Debate me. I'm coming on screen now and offering you, Sean, debate me. I personally, Sean's View is the only one I can really deal with. The other ones make me sick, for real. Sean actually has good views, and I'm not going to plug him no more. You know what I mean? He's got good views. That's like me sitting here saying watch this show. But if you probably already do watch this show. But I'm saying he's going to be around forever. Well, I'll be around forever. So I guess it's going to come down to like the Monday Night Wars did. And I ain't WCW, and I ain't Eric Bischoff. I'm Vincent K. McMahon, and you got no chance in hell against me. For real. So think about that shit. That PG shit and them Elmo shirts, that shit's gay, dog. It's corny. What are you, 2? Elmo shirts. Come on, dog. You look at this. I represent Philly. Where are you from? Boston? The mean streets of Boston. Oh, no, Boston. Fucking sissies. For real. I like you, Sean, but, hey, I got to plug myself. You know what I mean? And I know you don't want to duke it out with me because we know what would happen then. And don't say I'm scared to come to where you're at because you don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? But you're getting me off topic here. I'm just excited because I'm taping myself. And yeah, you call me an idiot that I didn't know how to tape myself before or whatever, but it's my first time taping myself on this recorder. So it's whatever. I did one last night messing around, and I'm doing one now. And if I get a lot of views, I do. If I don't, I don't. My big show's on Saturday, and everybody knows that. But then Triple H goes around and he marries the boss's daughter, which was a storyline. He was still going out with China. By the way, now, I mean, Stephanie looked pretty good last night on Raw with the Steph shirt. She came out with Steph. That shit was cool. Stephanie still looks hot. She was dressed like China. How China used to wrestle at SummerSlam. I told the world that Nikki was going to turn on John Cena, or not, on her sister Brie. And John Cena was quoted saying this. He didn't say nothing about Brock Lesnar, but he was quoted. I read it today on the internet. I forget. It might have been Cage Side. I don't know what I read. I read it on one of these online things. Cena said, because Daniel Bryan said about to Brie about Nikki, Daniel Bryan said that Nikki's a backstabbing bitch. John Cena said, when I get back, the yes man is a dead man. And all he does is copy off me, and all he and Brie does is copy off me and Nikki. So, you know, it's whatever. You know, I don't hate John Cena. I just want change. I just want change just like everybody else does. I don't hate John Cena. I don't hate nobody. Hate's a friggin' strong word. It's a strong word. I mean, it is. It's a strong word. Just like fuck's a strong word. And just like certain other words. They're strong words. You know what I mean? I don't hate nobody. I just want change. And yeah, I love to see his pretty boy face got beat in by a man. Brock Lesnar is a man. John Cena is a boy who walks around, just like The Rock said, you can't see me. You can't see me. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to, like, when you could... I'm not saying smoking's cool, but I was watching a thing where Jeff Hardy came to the ring at Victory... Or, no, not Victory Roads, where he came all fucked up and fought Sting and made Sting look like an idiot. You know what I mean? When Sting dropped him on that Scorpion Death drop. But, I mean, Jeff Hardy would come to the ring with a cigarette. I remember the Big Show. He would come to the ring smoking a cigarette. Remember R-Truth when he turned on John Morrison back in 2011, Summer of Punk, right before Summer of Punk. They were in London, England. Raw was. And R-Truth said, who got a smoke? Who got a light? And he was in the crowd and he was like that. But the question I have, and I know I'm getting off topic because I'm a little excited, would Triple H be the star he is if he wasn't friends with the Clique? If he didn't have HBK's influence, because Vince was up HBK's ass more, I think, than Eric Bischoff was up Hulk Hogan's ass at that time. I really, truly believe that. And I'm not going to go on, because HBK is one of my favorite wrestlers, but I do believe, I don't want to say that because one day I might be working for, I will be working for the WWE. So I don't want to say nothing bad about the WWE or what I think. The WWE's great, as far as I'm concerned. Straight up, they're great. I love The Miz. The Miz is one of my favorite wrestlers. Was very surprised Dolph Ziggler won the belt. I'm not a big fan of Dolph Ziggler's. Everybody says, well, Joey G, you're a diehard wrestling fan. Why can't you be a fan of Dolph Ziggler's? I didn't like the dude in the Spirit Squad. Actually, I used to like that Kenny Dykstra. I thought he was going to be a good wrestler, but, you know, he was nothing. Drew McIntyre went back to, IWC? Their ring is like the size of TNA's ring. The 6-sided ring, but with 4 sides. It's weird looking. And his name's Drew Galloway. And he came back and he cut a great promo. And he even said, Vincent Kennedy McMahon said I was the chosen one. I don't think Drew McIntyre got that push. If you notice, they didn't leave Heath Slater go, though. Because Heath Slater's got talent. He don't look like him, but it reminds me of Jeff Hardy in a way. Heath Slater's going to be a star. I'm not saying mega star, but he's going to be a star. And what happened to Sheamus? The United States champion, former WWE champion, his first major pay-per-view match, and he beat Cena? I mean, back in 2009, TLC, remember that? Jesse Ventura made that match when they used to have the guest host every week, or the guest general manager. Yeah, that's what it used to be in 2009, 2010. And now Sheamus wasn't even on the second year in a row, I think, he wasn't on SummerSlam. That's a disgrace. And he's the United States champion. But would Triple H be where he's at if he didn't marry the boss's daughter and, you know, he didn't have all this power now? Like he said to Shawn, you don't understand, Shawn. This is going to be all mine one day. Did he do it just to get... Was this a Clique joke? Does he really still love China? And he said... Did he say to his buddy, X-Pac, a.k.a. Sean Waltman, Shawn, you go fuck China for a little while. I'm going to bang Stephanie. We'll make it look real. And we will run this business. What's the true story? How did Hunter get so hot? I mean, because I remember when I first saw him, I was like, this dude ain't going to be nothing that big. I remember thinking he was corny with that whole rich snobbish shit. I don't like that shit. And I didn't think, when I saw that curtain call, I didn't even know he was friends with HBK. I knew HBK, Scott Hall, and the rest of them were friends, but I didn't think, that that Hunter Hearst Helmsley hung out with them. I knew Scott, Kevin, Sean, and the kid hung out, and I knew Justin Incredible hung with them, but I didn't know Hunter Hearst Helmsley hung with them, Triple H. And would he be where he would be if he didn't hang with the Clique and he wasn't best friends with Shawn Michaels and Nash and Hall and the Kid and Justin Incredible? Call Justin Incredible what you want, but Justin Incredible's Clique, baby. He says it. I'm Justin Incredible for life, just like my best friend said, Scott Hall, because you're just incredible for life. Just like Joey G is NWO for life. And like I said, these are practice shows. View them if you like. They're going to get better and better, baby. This is Joey G. I'll be at you tomorrow. Talk more about Triple H and talk about the next face of the WWE. No, it's not Roman pain in the ass. And it ain't gay-ass Seth Rollins with his scuba diving gear. It's the lunatic fringe. Dean Ambrose. Randy Orton and John Cena, I still, they're still my two top favorites. And I like Lesnar too. But Dean Ambrose, like Punk left, Dean Ambrose is my favorite wrestler in the WWE. And he's the future. And tomorrow or the next day, I will tell you why. He's got it all. He's got Austin. He's got HBK. He's got Cena. He's got it all wrapped in his body. This is Joey G, and I'll tell you about that tomorrow or the next day. I'm out. Going to lay down and watch some TV. Sullivan and Sons on soon, and that's a good show. It's on TBS Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. It's good. I think it's almost up there, I think it's this generation's Cheers. But I'm going to watch that and I'm going to fall back. But this is Joey G, and I'm out. These are practice videos. You want to watch? Watch. Remember, Joey G, straight up from Philly, Boston, pussies. For real, okay? Remember, Boston, pussies. Boston, pussies. Boston, pussies. Boston, pussies. Boston, pussies. Joey G, the next head of creative of WWE. And I can do it just like this. Joey G, Joey G, Joey G, Joey G, Joey G, Joey G. I'm out, okay? Triple H, you suck. You really do. HBK, Scott Hall, Kev, the Kid, Justin, I love. Triple H, you're not a part of the Clique, and what you did to China was disgusting. And my point of view, I don't like Triple H, so bit out Triple H. John Cena, you still got your ass kicked, and I'm happy. This is Joey G, and I'm out. Peace. I hope this goes off. I hope I do it right. Later.